This has gone on way too long, and this is exactly what every Washington Commanders fan feared. He said, "We talk to Terry every day. It's not Buddy's fault. Terry knows his value, LOL, he can think for himself. Terry McLaurin knows his worth. They need to up this price." So as if everything wasn't already bad enough, with Washington Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin requesting a trade yesterday, you had some of his closest friends go to social media and air out the Washington Commanders organization for the reason why this contract extension isn't done. He's saying it's not Buddy Baker, it's the Washington Commanders. Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career, and he's already milking injuries? Like,
stop saying my name, you dick riding bastard.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video we're going to be addressing with Terry McLaurin's closest friends put out on social media and seeing if there's any validity to it. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. Subscribe to Fourth and Juan and the Burgundy Breakdown. Those links are down below in the description box. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So yesterday, we got some unfortunate news that Terry McLaurin requested a trade from Washington. Now, Commanders fans, I will be out there at training camp tomorrow, Saturday. If you guys are going to be there and you want to be in the video where I'm going to be interviewing a lot of Commanders fans about this very topic, come find you. I'm going to be in this exact shirt right here, of course, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't going to be hard to find. Come find me. Last thing on that too is, if anybody got a parking pass, you know what I'm saying, maybe you're not going tomorrow or you got an extra parking pass, let me know, because you know that parking thing get very serious up there in Ashburn. So if you got it, hit me up on social medias, Juan Gotti Talk Sports, or you can comment it down below. But anyways, Terry McLaurin requests a trade yesterday. As if that wasn't already bad enough, we already had fans losing their mind yesterday after this has came out. You have Terry McLaurin's close friend taken to social media and saying the Washington Commanders are tripping. It's not Buddy's fault. Terry McLaurin knows his worth. They need to up this price. And since then, though, since the tweet has been made, and I was paraphrasing honestly, but since the tweet has been made, his friend deactivated his page. So again, here is the thing where it comes to your closest friends being tied to these athletes, right? He said, "We talk to Terry every day. It's not Buddy's fault. Terry knows his value, LOL, he can think for himself." So when you hear that, what does that give you if this is true, right? This is his closest friend, and they talk to him every day, and it's not Buddy Baker's fault. What do you think it truly is then? Do you really think Terry McLaurin is in over his head all of a sudden and wants $34 million? Like, this is the same guy that really just started to break out last year in terms of production, in terms of his best season ever. Do you really think a guy that's that humble, that knows it's a lot more left to be done, he's just going to command this amount of money already after that good year? And granted, I love Terry McLaurin to death. I do. My favorite player on the team, favorite Commander of all time. But I have a hard time believing that all of a sudden he's just this selfish guy and putting himself first. But at the same time, this is his last time truly cashing in on a contract extension. So if he does want 33 and 34 and $35 million, I'm not going to say it's impossible to get, because I feel like at a point in time, I felt like 33 was the number all along. But after Garrett Wilson's deal and Courtland Sutton's deal, it seems like it's going to be rather lower than that. And are we honestly believing that Terry McLaurin all of a sudden just wants to leave Washington? See, what his friend probably doesn't understand is, yeah, he talks to Terry McLaurin every day. They boys. So, of course, Terry's telling him, yeah, man, I'm trying to get this, I'm trying to get that. But do you really think his boy is in on the meetings one-on-one with Buddy Baker and with the team? And no, that's not what's going on. So, yes, you on one hand, you can say Terry McLaurin has a brain for himself and he can think for himself. But at the same time, if you have an agent, a person that's supposed to be representing you and having your best interests at heart, telling you, I'm telling you, Terry, you can get this much money out of them. Just bear with me. Just do all these things. I'm telling you, they going to crack and you going to get the money out of them. And then they don't do it. Then you stuck there like, what the hell is going on? Because, again, that's why I go back to my main point that I just made. Like, all of a sudden, Terry is just this selfish guy? Hell no. Terry would have signed for 31 million if he was representing himself. 29 million if he was representing himself. But I believe, and like every other fan in this fan base believes, that agent put a battery in his back and put a bug in his ear that he's worth something that he's not. But that being said, I'm asking you, how honest or how much stock would you put into this tweet right here from his friend? Because, again, the Commanders fans got on his tail yesterday after he made that tweet. So badly that he deactivated his Twitter account. So is this guy speaking out of turn? Is this guy just speaking up because this is my boy, this Terry McLaurin, we go way back. So this is what I know, so I'm going to put it out there. This ain't Buddy's fault. Man, I guarantee you it is. It wouldn't surprise me if after this deal gets done, Terry McLaurin looks for new representation. Because Terry McLaurin wants to be out there right now. Terry McLaurin, this is killing him. We know the kind of player Terry McLaurin is. We know what he means to this organization. We know how much he loves ball. You really think he wants to be missing this valuable time with his team? You really think he wants to leave Washington, requested a trade from Washington after he literally just said in his Eastern Motors interview, I want to be here, I want to continue my career here. I got married and we just bought a house, me and my wife here. And you think he wants to leave? I'm telling you all, this is the last ditch effort by his freaking, I was about to call him general manager, but representation agent, to try to pull the wool over Washington's eyes and get Washington to pay something that they didn't want to pay him at first. And Washington is standing firm. Because all along, they know Terry McLaurin ain't going nowhere. And they know Terry McLaurin is going to sign that contract extension. Whether it's 28, 29, 30 mil. Now, again, if the conversations is starting at 25 mil, oh yeah, that's definitely disrespect. Because you think I'm only worth a $2-3 million raise? No. That is disrespectful. But at the same time, I think both sides need to come to an agreement and move. Both sides are too far apart to the point where they're stuck in their own ways, and that's not good for anybody. So, yes, we can chew out Buddy Baker all we want. We can chew out Terry McLaurin if you choose to, because you feel like he should sign already. You can do that. Or you can be on the side of chewing out Adam Peters, Lance Newmark, all these guys that have something to do with Sosna, the guy the salary cap guy. Like, you can do whatever you want, because at this point, the only people that are suffering is the fans. Like, we want Terry bad. But at the same time, we also are torn because this is the new organization that we have. We have a general manager that ain't going for no BS. We have a general manager that's going to stand 10 and not let anybody roll over him. So again, that's where I go back to my point of yesterday's video when I first said it. Like, I get we want Terry to be re-signed. We want him here, give him his money so rightfully deserved. But we're no longer the regime that's just going to pay that money just cause. We're going to negotiate. We're going to try to find a deal that works best for the organization and the player. Someone was like, if Dan Snyder was the owner, he'd have been paid by now. You damn right, because Dan Snyder's a fool. He probably would have gave Terry McLaurin $40 million a year. Reset the market. So, who's right in this situation? How about neither side is? Neither side is. Buddy and Terry isn't, because clearly Buddy Baker's in over his head in terms of valuing his client. And the Washington Commanders are in and over their head because whether they are too stuck in their ways of offering them too low of $25 million, or they're not willing to move up to the 30s, they're wrong. So neither side is, because I think at this point, $30 million should get the deal done. $30 million, of course. We know Terry McLaurin's better than DK Metcalf, but DK Metcalf screwed up this deal shit. He screwed it up. So I think a fair gain for both sides is $30 million at this point, and get it done. This has gone on way too long, and this is exactly what every Washington Commanders fan feared. This is exactly what every Washington Commanders fan feared. This big ass distraction that is unnecessary. We're supposed to be preparing for a 2025 campaign in which for the first time in a long time we genuinely felt like we are Super Bowl contenders. But yet it is August 1st. The first preseason game is in a couple days versus the Boston Patriots. New England Patriots. Joint practice is in a couple days. And Terry's supposed to be out there. I want to see Terry versus Christian Gonzalez in practice if that's going to be happening. I don't want to see Christian Gonzalez versus Chris Moore. I don't want to see that. Can we please, for the sake of the fans, because we're the ones that's suffering the most. At the end of the day, Terry McLaurin is going home to $20 million already. Terry McLaurin is good. Adam Peters is good. We're the only ones that's suffering. What about all the fans that just ordered new Terry McLaurin jerseys? You know what I mean? So let me speak to that real quick. We already addressed the friend and his little antics or whatever. Again, that's your boy. I don't expect nothing else. If my boy is in the NFL and that's my dog, of course I'm going to have his back and I'm going to say something that's going to defend him. But he don't really know nothing. He say he talk to Terry every day. He do. But he ain't in no meetings. So we already addressed him. Let's address this trade thing, okay? Terry McLaurin requests a trade. If you genuinely think the Washington Commanders are going to trade Terry McLaurin, you are crazy. You are crazy. First of all, it's August 1st. Season is about to be here. Terry McLaurin he loves ball. He's going to play. That's for one. For two, he's under contract. So he has to honor that final year of that contract, which means getting out there and playing. You really think Terry McLaurin is going to sit out a whole season? You really think he can afford to do that at this point? You already have an organization that don't want to pay you the money you feel like you deserve, apparently. So you're telling me a year off from the game, I get older, and I haven't played in a whole year, that's going to benefit me in the long run? Hell no. So Terry McLaurin's going to play. Washington is not trading Terry McLaurin. If that was the case, why would they try to have long-term contract extension talks with him in the first place? Clearly, there is interest here to keep him in Washington long-term. Clearly. So, I just want everyone to understand that's losing their mind right now. Relax. You can be upset that this is taking forever. I get that. That part is cool. We understand that. But don't go out there stressing yourself thinking Terry McLaurin's not going to be a Washington Commander this year. I can't promise nothing about next year. Even though I think a contract extension is still going to get done, I'm not going to sit up here and say he's going to be a Commander next year. Because technically he's a free agent after this year. But all I know is this year he's a Commander. And at some point, he's going to get out there and play. And whether that bodes well for Washington or Terry McLaurin, because say Terry McLaurin does not get a contract extension and he plays on the final year of his contract, he now has the leverage. Because say he go out there and have another really good year like he did last year. And we already know his body of work speaks for itself. 6 straight years of 1,000 yards. But last year was his best season by far, clearly, like in terms of production of touchdowns. Now, let's say he goes out there and has a 1,300 yard season. Now he holds the leverage and say, you could have paid me last year, but now if you want me back, my number is risen. And now he has the leverage to do so. So Washington could be playing a very scary game if they want to go that route. But also at the same time, this organization has built up enough ethically, I don't know how you say that word. You know what I mean? They built up enough for me to trust them and support them. And any move that they decide to do, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a super hard pill to swallow because I love Terry McLaurin. And I want him here, and I think he's a big part of this offense. And I think he's a legit reason why I think we're Super Bowl contenders. But if they feel like the best thing for business, which I have a hard time believing that they do think this way, if they think the best thing for business is to let go of Terry McLaurin or trade Terry McLaurin or not re-sign him next year, I'm just going to have to deal with it. But as we sit August 1st, I'm still confident that a deal is going to get done. In the grand scheme of things, Terry McLaurin requesting a trade doesn't mean much because he's not going anywhere. Washington is not trading Terry McLaurin. Adam Schefter came out and said a few weeks ago that Terry McLaurin has a couple buttons that he can push, and this was one of them. And again, I'll go on record to say it. This is Buddy Baker's last opportunity or last ditch effort to try to get Washington to pay Terry McLaurin the number that his agent is promising him. If this doesn't get Washington to budge and get their attention, he'll sign that $29, $28, $30 million deal. Think about it in recent memory for a second. Myles Garrett did the same thing. Requested a trade. He ended up staying in Cleveland. Brandon Ayuk, same thing. T. Higgins, same thing. Jonathan Taylor, same thing. These players do this all the time because they feel like this is going to get the team to act. And on Terry's behalf, I can't be mad at him for wanting insurance. That's all it's about. All he wants is insurance. Because if I get hurt tomorrow, how I know y'all got my back? But if I sign this contract extension and I get the money I feel like I'm deserving, I'm good. And you make the, not comparison, but you look at a guy like Brandon Ayuk, who tore his ACL early on last season. Had he not had that contract extension, he'd have been screwed. Because now they're like, hey, we don't even know if we want you back. So Terry McLaurin isn't wrong in this case, of course. Adam Peters, they're not wrong in this case if they feel like he wants $35 million. The thing that we've been saying since day one is that they have to find a way to come to a common ground, come to a middle. And you're telling me there's nobody that is willing to move. Terry McLaurin stuck in cement, not moving. Adam Peters in the front office is stuck in cement, and that's why this standoff is lasting so long. Because no one wants to be the bigger person in the negotiation process and act first in terms of making progress. It's a tough one. It truly, truly is, because we want this to be done. We love Terry McLaurin here in Washington. I want Terry McLaurin to retire as a Washington Commander. Santana Moss literally just said they need to stop playing and put his and give him his contract extension, because his name is going to be in the Raptors alongside me and us, referring to Brian Mitchell. So they need to get this shit done, man. They do. because I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of stressing about it. We broke. They millionaires. And we talking about they pockets like we the ones getting involved in this shit. Come on, man. Wrap it up so we can go win a Super Bowl. But there you have it. Let me know what you guys think about this video down below in the comment section. Terry McLaurin's man's homie, friend, boy, went on social media, got out his body, and said some things, you know, referring to Terry, Buddy Baker, and the team. And Commanders fans wasn't letting him have it. He ended up deactivating the social media and some more stuff. So this thing is getting real messy. And it definitely sucks. But catch me live on Rio Robinson's channel at 1 o'clock today, as we'll discuss this and much more. Shout out to my boy Rio for having me on. I look forward to seeing y'all over there. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 11,000 subscribers. So we greatly appreciate if you can reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe. Easy out there. Peace.
Ballin' like I'm D-Sean, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a laundry.